Black people must understand the bigger picture. It's too many of us that glorify and justify temporary living, content with poverty, content with mediocrity, because it's become the norm for us. My question to you is, who does it benefit the most for you to not only be redlined by the supremacists, but redline yourself into your hoods and ghettos? Who does it benefit the most for our young babies, black children, black boys, and these black girls that not only prioritize genociding themselves, but prioritize treating people outside of the community better than we treat people internally inside the community? The issue between black men and black women, who does it benefit the most for that to continue? Who does it benefit the most for black men and black women to serial date? Who does it benefit the most for black men and black women to keep having babies knowing that you shouldn't have opened your legs for that man because you knew he wasn't husband material, and you shouldn't have put your dick in that girl because you knew she wasn't wifey material? But because you couldn't control your dick and she couldn't control her legs, now y'all got a baby and you hate each other. That is not that child's fault, that's your fault. We cannot continue to look at it as, oh, well, maybe the next generation will get it right. Maybe the generation after that will get it right. No, what's going to happen is what continues to happen. You had a baby when you shouldn't have. Now you're unable to teach, you're unable to guide, you're unable to provide, and you're unable to love that child the way that child needs to be loved. So then that child goes and gets that love from somewhere externally. Then that child ends up becoming a statistic. Then that child ends up either going to prison, jail, or ends up pregnant early, just like 9.9 times out of 10 a lot of you did. If you don't change your behavior, they don't change their behavior. So all of you that complain about the youth of today, you have to look in the mirror. They are a combination of the best and worst attributes of both mother and father. You can't look at it as everything wrong with that child, oh, that's your daddy. Everything wrong with that child, oh, that's your mama. No, they are a combination of what's bad and what's good about both of you. So anything you have to complain about the youth, you have to look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable. Any failures that they have, you have to look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable for the lack of communication, the lack of articulation, the lack of patience, the lack of tolerance, the lack of guidance, the lack of love, because all of those areas where you lack is what put us in the current condition that the black community is in today. It ain't about who started all the problems. It's about who maintained it. We maintain it now. The only reason why black people are at the bottom of the totem pole now, right now, is because we refuse to change how we think. We refuse to change how we spend money. We refuse to change anything, yet we want to benefit from all the great parts about being black. Evolution is what's needed in every single category, in every single way. If you're unwilling to do so, then stop complaining about the problems. Religion, politics, it's all feeding the same institution, supremacy. It's about the fact that we all know how the Bible has been doctored, information removed and added for the supremacists to use that to enslave Africans. Yes, that means you too, bougie African Americans. And enslavement that still exists today, just based on the fact that you rather go down to that church with that pimp speaking on a podium that's been stealing from your grandmama since the beginning of black churches, and they ain't built not nothing for the black community. Pastor got a Benz outside. Pastor got a mansion. The black community suffers. Politics, same thing. You complain all through 4 years, you complain about all the issues of the country, but yet you run down to the polls every 4 years and demand nothing for your vote. You claim that, oh, our ancestors fought for the right to vote. No, our ancestors fought for the right to be human. If you wanted to use that type of ideology, you should have used it on the fact that our ancestors fought for the right to use the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, the right to train and grow an army and build with your brothers and sisters. But no, you only want to use that where it's convenient, where it enables and justifies you to empower the supremacists further.